Welcome to this explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we are unpacking a truly incredible premise from a classical text. I mean, have you ever just looked up at the night sky or maybe down through a microscope and felt completely overwhelmed by the sheer vastness and complexity of it all? It kind of feels impossible to make sense of reality sometimes. But what if the entire cosmos could be understood through a surprisingly simple three-part framework? That is exactly what we're going to explore today by looking at the classical philosophy of Sayyid Nursi and seeing how it flawlessly maps onto modern scientific discoveries.
Okay, let's dive into this. Wisdom, divine care, power. Just three simple concepts, right? But according to the text we're examining, Nursi used these three specific lenses to read the entire universe. And I don't just mean a part of it, I mean the whole shebang, from the grandest galaxies out there down to the smallest cellular structures inside you. These three words literally form the ultimate interpretive key for existence.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with reading the universe. Then we'll break down lens 1, wisdom, lens 2, divine care, and lens 3, power, before bringing it all together under one universe, one direction. Starting with number 1, reading the universe, a framework for absolutely everything. Because throughout his seminal text, the Risale-e Nur, Nursi constantly returns to this exact same three-lens structure to make sense of reality. Let's move to and see how this builds into part 2. Lens 1, wisdom, and finding purpose in the microscopic. Let's define our first lens. In this framework, wisdom isn't just about being smart or, making good life decisions. Here, wisdom is the profound concept that absolutely everything in existence has a specific purpose. Literally nothing is superfluous. Nothing is just hanging around for the sake of being there. Every single thing you observe has a job, a function, a real reason for its existence. And this brilliantly illustrates the point. Nursi uses this fantastic analogy. Think about a pharmacy. If you walk into a pharmacy to get medicine, that medicine only works because of incredibly precise measurement. You can't just randomly mix a bunch of chemicals together by chance and expect a cure, right? You'll probably just get a poison. The precise measurement gives the medicine its specific purpose. Now take that classical analogy and apply it to modern science. We see this exact same wisdom echoed in the microscopic precision of DNA itself. The genetic code isn't just some random soup. It's highly specified, precise information that builds life. It's essentially the ultimate biological pharmacy, operating on exact measurements to fulfill a distinct purpose. Moving right along to number 3. Lens 2, divine care. Seeing harmony from flies to physics. So now that we've seen purpose at the microscopic level, let's zoom out a bit. If wisdom tells us that everything has a purpose, divine care is the observation that everything in the universe was carefully designed to fulfill that purpose. It shifts our focus from simple function to deliberate, overarching design. It's this realization that things aren't just working, they're actually being taken care of within a massive interconnected system. To really grasp this, I want you to visualize something incredibly ordinary, just a simple fly. The text points out that to sustain something as small as a fly, you need perfect harmony in the environment around it. The atmosphere, the temperature, the physics of flight, the biological ecosystems it interacts with, every single element of the universe is in this stunning, delicate harmony just to allow this tiny everyday creature to exist and thrive. That is divine care in action. In modern physics backs this up with staggering clarity. Physicists call this cosmic fine-tuning, the fundamental constants of our universe. Gravity, the expansion rate, electromagnetism, they're all set with an exact precision. As the source material beautifully notes, if these constants were shifted by a hair, life couldn't exist at all. The entire universe is meticulously calibrated to support existence. That delicate, breathtaking harmony we see in the fly, it's actually written right into the very laws of physics. Let's hit number 4. Lens 3. Power. The engine of life. So, we've looked at purpose, and we've looked at design. The third lens is power. In Nursi's framework, power is the principle that this one incredibly unified universal order we've been observing comes directly from one single source. It's the logical leap from seeing a perfectly designed, purposeful system to recognizing the singular, unifying origin of the energy that drives the whole thing. To truly understand this kind of power, we don't even need to look out at a supernova. We just need to look inward, right at your own biology. Enter ATP synthase. This is an absolutely astonishing modern proof point. Inside your cells right now, there is a literal microscopic rotary motor. It's a biological machine completely responsible for producing the energy of life. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this staggering metric, thousands of RPM, revolutions per minute. That microscopic motor inside your cells is physically spinning at thousands of RPMs to generate energy. It's an intricate, highly engineered mechanical engine, functioning right this very second to keep you alive. When classical philosophy spoke of an ultimate power driving the order of nature, well, this is the modern physical reality of it. Unbelievable, concentrated, directed energy and power sitting at the very foundation of life. Which brings us to number 5. One universe, one direction, bringing it all together.
It's time to synthesize this classical framework with modern science. So the crucial point is this perfect alignment. Just look at how flawlessly this maps out. Nursi's lens of wisdom points directly to what we now understand as the precise measurements and purpose within DNA. His lens of divine care maps perfectly onto the fine-tuning of cosmic physics that allows that simple fly to exist. And his lens of power perfectly predicts the sheer, unified, mechanical energy we literally see spinning in the ATP synthase motor. Classical philosophy and modern science are speaking the exact same language here.
3 distinct lenses: wisdom, divine care, power. But they all belong to one universe. And whichever one of these you choose to look through, they all point in the exact same direction, toward a reality that is purposefully, carefully, and powerfully ordered. So as you step away from this explainer today and look out at the world around you, I want to leave you with this question. Which lens will you look through today?